Women Regional Health, Shelter Insurance Agents Kelly Medrano and Dave Watts, and by Sports Connection. Here's the voice of the Emporia State Hornets, Blake Cripps.
The Emporia State women's basketball team continued their winning streak with victories over Quincy and St. Mary to run their record to 4-2 after the 91-55 victory over the Spires yesterday. The Emporia State men fell at number 19 Oklahoma Baptist, couldn't fight back from a double-digit deficit at Northwestern Oklahoma State on Saturday. And now we arrive at the main course after Feast Week. The MIAA schedule begins with a split week in conference play as the Hornets head to Northwest Missouri on Thursday before hosting Missouri Western on Saturday. And with that, we welcome you into the brand new Hornet Talk live here at 627 Event Space. Blake Cripps here with you as we are ready for 1 week of MIAA play. Now, the schedule's going to look a little different next year as we get back to the 22-game conference schedule instead of 19 games. So 3 extra games in MIAA action next year. So it should be 1 more full week, 3 more home and homes. We'll see how they work it out. But for now, we still got 1 game on and then a couple games off, and then we'll be back on after the New Year's holiday for MIAA action. We will start today as we normally do with our specials brought to you by 627 Event Space, your Hornet Game Day headquarters, 627 Commercial in downtown Emporia. On special every Monday, $8 for 6 bone-in wings with a side including fries, mac and cheese, ribbon fries, or home fries, all right here at 627 Event Space. We'll start today going a little bit out of order since we've got so many games to pick from. We're going to start this with Allison Reese making a tremendous pass to set up Macy Gandy for a basket against Quincy.
Reese with the bounce pass. How did she fit that one into Gandy, who laid it in? Allison Reese with a dime, and Gandy finishes.
Allison Reese actually went on to have a double-double in that game, a career high in points, career high in rebounds, just 5'5", but she played big in that one for sure. Caitlin Sanders scored a basket against the Spires as the Lady Hornets ran away with it on Sunday.
Sanders leads the break. Sanders to the baseline, and an and one. She was fouled by Carpenter. Sanders with the finish and a chance at a three-point play.
Emporia State went on to win it 91-55, and though the final score was fairly lopsided in the Lady Hornet win over Quincy, it was not a double-digit game for most of it. Lady Hornets, in fact, gave up a pretty sizable run, but had to get back into the game with a 31-6 run of their own, and one of those sequences that helped the Lady Hornets get back into it as part of a 16-0 run was this hustle play by Macy Gandy.
Sanders looking to get Gandy involved. Passes after the drive. Jumper from the elbow, rattles out and in, and then back down again. Macy Gandy with a friendly shooter's roll right there. Here comes Flynn on the near side, speeding to the lane, double team. Gandy knocks it away. She dives for it in the corner, and the Lady Hornets have the steal. What a hustle play there by Gandy. Here comes Sanders, one-on-one. She's not going to use the trailer, flips it up. She missed it. There's Gandy running the floor, and she lays it in. What a sequence for Macy Gandy.
And certainly Lady Hornets needed all of that hustle as they completed the comeback and actually ran away from the Hawks there at the end for a 75-62 victory on Tuesday last week. For the Hornet men, they were off on the road for Thanksgiving break as they had a road trip down to Oklahoma Baptist and Northwestern Oklahoma. We're going to go to the Northwestern Oklahoma games for these 3 specials as the Hornets found themselves down by double digits, but once again they found a comeback to get into the game. And the comeback started with Trayvon Taylor, a key basket by a true freshman to continue the Hornet comeback on the road in Alva.
Here is Harris. Inside the arc now. We'll go to Taylor. Taylor back to the basket. 2-foot jump stop. Hook shot good. It's a 1-point game. The true freshman.
Later on, it was Andrew Pengel as the Hornets, down double digits for much of the half, finally had the lead.
10 to shoot. Pengel dialing long distance and makes the connection. And the Hornets have the lead, 80-78.
Then coming off the bench late, it was Mason Jones. He needed to get this second chance basket to get the Hornets into a tie with less than a minute to play.
Pengel steps left, a 3 for the lead. Missed it off the rim, rebounded by Jones inside. Jones for the layup for the tie with 22.2.
Unfortunately, on the other end, a foul called, and Max Alexander just too good as the Northwestern Oklahoma State Rangers prevailed in a 9-point victory over the Hornets. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back on the show today. Of course, we'll be joined by Coach M.J. Baker and Coach Tom Billiter of the Hornets. But in the middle of them, we'll have two players. We'll have Macy Gandy off of the Lady Hornet basketball team and Mason Wiak. He'll join us from the Hornet men's basketball team. So we'll take a timeout. Coach MJ is coming up next as we get set for MIAA action. It's the Hornets taking on the Bearcats of Northwest Missouri State on Thursday. We'll have that covered for you with a 5:30 tip-off and a 5 o'clock RV Doc pregame show on Mix 104.9. So we're back with Coach MJ to talk Lady Hornet hoops after this. Live from 627 Event Space, this is Hornet Talk. You're listening to Emporia State Basketball.
Headed to the game or celebrating after? Swing by 627 Event Space Bar and Grill. Whether you're grabbing a burger before kickoff or winding down with a beer after the buzzer, 627 has you covered. Emporia's go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and unbeatable vibes. 627 Event Space Bar and Grill. The new home for Hornet Talk at 627 Commercial. Proud supporters of the Emporia State University Hornets. Stingers up!
Winter weather in Kansas. Is your car ready? The team at Black Creek Diesel and Automotive is proud to be a part of the Napa network. With over 14,000 Napa Auto Care centers, you'll always have an ASE certified mechanic nearby. The next time you need service, head to Black Creek Diesel and Automotive for the expertise and quality service you need to keep your ride on the road wherever you're headed. Black Creek Diesel and Automotive, 3105 West 6th Avenue in Emporia.
As the leaves fall, it's the perfect time to grow your financial know-how. At Emporia State Federal Credit Union, they believe in helping you create a strong financial future. Whether you're learning to budget, save for the holidays, or plan for the new year, they're here to help every step of the way. Free courses and calculators can be found by clicking on the banner at esfcu.com or text or call them today, 620-342-2336. Federally insured by NCUA.
When you need fast care, Newman Regional Health Medical Partners Express Care is here for you. Conveniently located on-site at Newman Regional Health, Express Care offers walk-in service for non-emergency illnesses and injuries. No appointment needed. Open 7 days a week to keep you feeling your best. Call today at 620-343-7828. Trust Express Care for quick, reliable treatment. Newman Regional Health Medical Partners Express Care, helping the Hornets achieve their healthy goals.
It's time to fall forward into football season and cheer on your favorite team. So why not get new gear for you and your family at Sports Connection? Sports Connection carries Emporia High and area high school team apparel, as well as ESU, KU, and K-State gear. They also do custom screen printing for your team, booster club, or your family and fans. Catch the spirit with new fan gear from Sports Connection. Sports Connection, 2721 West 15th Emporia.
Did you get us switched over to shelter insurance?
Actually, I found a deal online.
You did? Does your deal come with award-winning customer service?
Oh, not sure.
Does the deal include a local agent?
Doesn't actually say.
Can we create a customized plan that fits our needs? Let's just call the local shelter agent.
For insurance that fits just right, find a shelter agent near you.
For auto, home, life, or business insurance, see shelter agent Dave Watts. Mix 104.9.
Join Emporia State Athletics on Saturday for the Slams and Spurs doubleheader as the Hornets host Missouri Western. Halftime entertainment at both games featuring Dakota Bogan. Slam some snacks with our friends from right here at 627 Event Space and grab giveaways of cowboy hats with a post-game celebration at the Hornets Nest on 6th Avenue. See you at Slams and Spurs Saturday at White Auditorium. Thanks to our friends at 627 Event Space for the snacks there. Let's welcome into the program our first guest, head coach M.J. Baker of the Lady Hornets. They are on a 4-game winning streak, and coach, your team has scored 75 or more points in each one of those games. That's the first time a Lady Hornet bunch has done that since 2021. So that's got to be music to your ears to see you guys scoring so well offensively here in this winning streak.
Yeah, I mean, it's a start. We've definitely left a lot out there, too. We're missing a lot of layups and free throws, but, yeah, we're getting there.
For you, a 2-0 week, a 4-game winning streak in terms of trying to build this confidence and build up your program, how much has that gone to kind of bringing everything together and seeing, okay, hey, we do what Coach MJ says, good things happen, and they have been happening?
I wish it was that easy.
Sure.
Do what I say, Simon says. No, I think it's really cool that they're understanding that the work behind what it takes to be successful, and they're doing the right things by preparing, getting in the gym on their own. Like, they're doing the right things. So be able to see those seeds kind of blossom to some kind of fruit that's prosperous is always nice. But it also could be fool's gold too. So we have to be really careful that we don't get to, oh yeah, like we've arrived. We have not arrived. And we continue to coach them as in we still have a lot to prove and a lot to still do.
What's the number one thing that you feel like you still have yet to prove as a team?
I think offensively we're still not clicking like we need to. We really not understand the flow of what it takes to be a great team, and then just executing at a high level. And that kind of like poetry in some ways. It does take time. It's I guess a good crock pot cooking. Like
Sure.
Sometimes it has to sit and stew, and you have to get used to each other and figure out the ingredients. So I feel like we're definitely getting better each game, but we're still missing that high level execution on offense.
For you guys, and I think we've seen some spurts of this though, because I mean you guys put together that 31-6 run against Quincy, and you're like, man, crockpot's spilling over. It's boiling over. You guys are red hot right now. So you guys have shown that, but how much of that is kind of turning that? You're not going to go on a 31-6 run every game. That's not realistic. And you're probably not even going to have a 16-0 run every game. But just to be able to make those stretches longer and get them more often.
Yeah, I think it's awesome to know that it's there because we know it's there. It's just finding that consistency, and truly consistency is greatness. Like, I truly believe that. But for some reason, Blake, it's always in the third quarter.
It seems to be.
So it seems to be a very powerful halftime speech in some way, coming from not just me, coming from some part of the coaching staff at some point in time. That third quarter, we just light up, man. I don't know if it's because we wear and tear them down, and then we were just more open, or we just figured it out. I'm not sure, but that third quarter.
Are you someone who gets into the nitty-gritty on that and tries to figure out and go through, like, why are we doing better in this? In the third quarter this year, it is your best quarter in terms of point differential. It's your best offensive quarter. You've outscored opponents 113-88 in the third quarter. In fact, it's only been the second quarter that you've been outscored this year when you've given up 106 points. So are you someone that tries to go through game by game and figure out, hey, why aren't we doing this better at this time in the game?
Yeah, I feel like every detail matters, and if I can turn over any rock that's going to help us be more successful or figure out how to prepare us better, we're gonna try to find it.
Because you guys have been great. Right there in the last three quarters, you have over 100 points, 94. You've been fairly consistent offensively, just looking at the numbers, and defensively, you've started well in every game. You guys have played well defensively, up and down in almost every single game. I think you would get a passing grade defensively. Have you been surprised at the fact that you've been ahead defensively of where maybe you are offensively at this point?
Well, I mean, you are what you emphasize, and right now we know defense is something that travels, so we can't control offense, so defense is something that we've been focusing on more. I've been told by Coach Taylor that we probably need to work on a little more offense, so we are going to shift a little bit more, but defense to me wins games along with rebounding, especially when you're having a struggle with offense. Like, you can't always control how you put the ball in the hole, but you can't control your defense. And honestly, the girls have really taken ownership of that, and they're taking a lot of pride and heart in that. And a lot of our offense is coming off our defense, so we definitely don't want to go too far away from that.
Well, not only that, but you look at how you guys have been rebounding here recently. I mean, you started the first two games, you were a combined minus 28 rebound differential. Since then, plus 18. Now, you were minus 6 against S&T, plus 2 against Quincy, but that's kind of misleading because they got a bunch of rebounds and junk time when the game was over. And then you were plus 12 against St. Mary. I mean, you should be out rebounding them. But
I don't know. They had 6-7, Blake.
They did have 6-7
out there,
man.
They
did have 6-7.
All 6-7.
I think I like your post players better than her, but no disrespect to her at all.
Yeah.
But it does feel like you guys have figured something out on the glass in these last 4 games.
I mean, yeah, it just comes down to heart and matchup, too. We're still trying to figure that out. But we're undersized.
You are?
So, I mean, and honestly, defensive rebound is kind of misleading because and offensive rebounds a little misleading too, because a lot of it depends on how you're shooting and scoring.
Sure.
So like if you're shooting and scoring at a high level, you're not going to get offensive rebounds, right? If another team misses a lot, they might get a lot of offensive rebounds. So sometimes it's a little misleading looking at that stat, but we're definitely undersized. So rebounding is important because we definitely have to take it, make sure that we keep people to one and done.
Are you a basketball sabermetrics kind of person? Do you like the newfangled stats? Like I think one of those that would apply in this situation would be like rebound percentage is something that is a lot more emphasized than it was, 30 years ago. I don't think that stat existed. Are you someone that likes those kind of stats?
Yeah, we're all in the stats. We're all in the analytics. Anything that we can do to find an edge. We spend a lot of time on that stuff. Our players probably like, we don't put too much in front of them because we don't want to overwhelm them, but we do want to keep it simple for them. But at the same time, we as a staff spend a lot of time trying to figure out, like I said, ways to find a way to win, ways to find a way to be successful. Because, sometimes when you come into certain games, you're not always matched up right, or you're always trying to find that edge or take away whatever their superpower is. So,
Macy Gandy is going to be our next guest, and during our specials sequence, I thought her hustle play against Quincy, and I thought, man, that's exactly, if you just bottle up that play, if you guys just do that the rest of the year and let the chips fall where they may, I think you'll probably be pretty happy with wherever that lands.
Yeah, Macy's definitely, she's been a hero for us. She's been a hero and a leader for us a lot through her actions and just who she is. She works so hard, so gritty, doesn't complain, mentally tough, shows up every day, gets straight A's, she's a pre-med biology major. I mean, if we could copy 2.0 Macy Gandy, we would be really good. Right?
Sure.
So the good thing is, though, she's playing at a confident level right now. And just seeing her grow and continue to come into who she can become, because I still think she has a lot more in her that we haven't seen yet. So just seeing that peel away for her has been really exciting because she deserves it. She's a kid that works really hard and she deserves the world.
When you talk about, living trophies, and definitely, definitely like that. I know that Gracie Gilpin's another one, and you said early in the year, and we saw this exact scenario play out last year where the first 3, 4, maybe even month, shooting wasn't exactly what you wanted, and here she came, and by the end of the season, she was one of the best shooters from 3 in the entire conference, and it seems like that's happening right now. The 3 of the last 4 games, she's been red hot for you.
Yeah, Gracie's also playing great defense for us. She's figuring that out, which I think is key. She's a very smart defender. And then along with Macy, Macy's getting going offensively, but she had 4 assists last game. She's doing a great job finding open people. And that's big when you have a post player who's just not just a black hole who it goes inside and never comes out. To have a post player who can make other people around you better and kind of be a point forward. So she's Macy's becoming that for us, and then Gracie's doing other things than just shooting, which I think helps because then it's not so much pressure in just your shooting.
And I would be remiss if I did not bring up, you mentioned how rebounding is all about hard. 5'5" Allison Reese gets a double-double against Quincy.
Yeah.
I got to ask, we have to bring that up again because she was just, played one of those clips of her beating Macy for one of those. She's just a player that seems to be able to do a little bit of everything.
Yeah, A5 has little man syndrome, man. A5 thinks she's big dog out there. She and I love it. She really goes in there fearless. And for being small, I don't think she realizes her height. I don't. But she's just such a physical kid and goes in there fearless, and she's been big for us on rebounding and just her toughness as well. So
I have to ask you because you made no secret that you're a Florida girl coming up here to Kansas.
Yes.
This is our first snow
yes.
here in Emporia. Now, this was kind of the worst kind of snow because it was just the snow that made, the roads a little slick. You couldn't have any fun. You can't go sledding. And, this is going to be gone tomorrow probably. But how are you adjusting here? It's a little bit colder probably than it would be in Florida.
Yes, yeah. So my kids have never seen snow, so it was really exciting
First time.
today. Yeah.
Okay.
So December 1st, here we come. It was really exciting. We go into December. My neighbor Larissa's here, and she's awesome. She brought a little snow scraper, car scraper thing, and she's like, "Do you have one of these?" I was like, "No." She's threw it in my car. She's like, "You're gonna need it." And I'm
yes, you will.
Okay. So it's just been really cool to have people, and then my other neighbors tell me to make sure I undo my hose and tell me how to winterize my house. I don't know. So it's just been amazing to have a community around us that's helping us with this. And Coach Taylor saw snow for the first time today, and then some of the Florida kids, and just to capture that and then to touch it and see it and be like, what is this, and slide around a little bit. I think my little guy made a snow angel today.
Sure, it would be great snow for that.
Yeah.
It's First time, some of these people out here probably know where the great like sledding spots would be in Emporia. You have to ask them. Now this was, terrible sledding stuff.
Yeah.
So, and I would know because I was an expert back when I was a kid. But I'm sure we'll get one. And then, how much are your kids looking forward to that?
Oh, I think it's all of us. I think we're going to be on the hills. I think the players are going to be on the hills, and just hopefully it's not around game time. We don't want anyone getting hurt.
No,
I think it's incredible. I think there's tranquility and like peace around the snow, even though obviously driving in it kind of stinks. And honestly, the fact that all y'all are out here in the snow and 19-degree weather, whatever we have right now, says a lot. Even the people that came out on Sunday yesterday, I was just amazed. Like, it was so cold, and they came out of their warm house just to come support us. It just says a lot about this community.
Well, I don't know what they canceled Hawk Talk with Bill Self tonight.
Oh, did they?
We did not cancel because we knew that these Hornet fans were going to be strong enough and sturdy enough to get here. And you know that you're going to have to be stronger and sturdier now that MIAA play is happening. Is this something that you address with the team, that you have addressed, that you've talked about? Because I know that from one perspective, you don't want teams and your team to treat any game any differently. It's just another game, another opponent. But it is going to start mattering a little bit more because there's going to be conference standings attached to this. How do you address that with the team?
Well, I feel like for us, we've been preparing from the jump like it's a national championship. So, like, we're not going to prepare any differently. From each game, we have our head down. We're focusing literally on one game at a time. The next game, I can't even tell you. Like, you told me they played Tuesday. I just got done with St. Mary's. So I was like, what?
Sure.
We really are focusing on each team as much as we can, and then we'll move on to the next one. Obviously, having a Thursday, Saturday, we got to kind of look at Missouri Western a little bit earlier. But I think the team's ready because we've been working on it already. Like, our whole preseason, we're preparing and how we want to prepare and all that. Obviously, we have to change some things up, the physicality. And I think there's going to obviously be more pressure to the MIAA. But I hope they just, and they say with the pressure, you kind of fall to the level of your practices and your habits. And it's not a matter of like what you do in the light, it's a matter of what you do in the dark. And so we've been trying to do all the right things in the dark, and I just pray that it comes and it shows and we see it on Thursday.
So I'm not going to ask you about Missouri Western yet, but I will ask you about Northwest Missouri. Just give me one key to the matchup. Obviously, you're going to get a chance to see them in this weird 3-team round robin to make this 19-game conference schedule. I don't know if you have an opinion. It's going to be 22 next year, so you're not going to have to worry about it except for this season. But you'll have a chance to see Northwest and Missouri Western play each other tomorrow night. They're going to play, I believe that Northwest is going to Missouri Western, and then Western coming here. So every team gets one home game. Every team gets one road game in this series to make the 19-game conference schedule work out. That's why it's so screwed up this week. But what's one thing that you've noticed about Northwest Missouri as you've kind of gotten your study started on them?
Well, I feel, first of all, if you're a hooper, you don't care when you play. Like,
sure.
I don't care when we play. To me, it doesn't matter. You put us Thursday, Tuesday, Saturday, Wednesday. Like, we're going to be ready to play. Like, we're going to be ready to put it forward. But with Northwest, I think the biggest thing is just they got really high firepower on their offense, and they're very disciplined. So for us to stop what they're trying to do.
Coach Higgins had a saying for his football team a couple of years ago that he used that I know he won't mind me repeating. The slogan for the year was "Say when."
Yeah.
Say when the game is. Say who we're playing. We'll show up. That's the attitude you guys need to have.
We love playing. We love practice. We love competing. So we're excited.
Coach, excited to be out there with you. We'll see you on Thursday. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks you guys for coming out.
Coach MJ Baker, ladies and gentlemen, as the Hornets get set for their conference opener beginning on Thursday with Northwest Missouri. We'll have the coverage for you. It's a 5:30 doubleheader from Bearcat Arena and a 5 o'clock RB Doc pregame show. We'll have it on Mix 104.9. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with Macy Gandy. She's on a hot streak, 4 straight games of double-digit scoring for Macy. She is next, live from 627 Event Space. This is Hornet Talk. You're listening to Emporia State Basketball.
Winter weather in Kansas. Is your car ready? The team at Black Creek Diesel and Automotive is proud to be a part of the Napa Network. With over 14,000 Napa Auto Care Centers, you'll always have an ASE certified mechanic nearby. The next time you need service, head to Black Creek Diesel and Automotive for the expertise and quality service you need to keep your ride on the road wherever you're headed. Black Creek Diesel and Automotive, 3105 West 6th Avenue in Emporia.
As the leaves fall, it's the perfect time to grow your financial know-how. At Emporia State Federal Credit Union, they believe in helping you create a strong financial future. Whether you're learning to budget, save for the holidays, or plan for the new year, they're here to help every step of the way. Free core Resources and calculators can be found by clicking on the banner at esfcu.com or text or call them today. 620-342-2336. Federally insured by NCUA.
When you need fast care, Newman Regional Health Medical Partners Express Care is here for you. Conveniently located on-site at Newman Regional Health, Express Care offers walk-in service for non-emergency illnesses and injuries, no appointment needed. Open 7 days a week to keep you feeling your best. Call today at 620-343-7828. Trust Express Care for quick, reliable treatment. Newman Regional Health Medical Partners Express Care, helping the Hornets achieve their healthy goals.
Seconds making a play. Short's got to come.
A winning insurance strategy doesn't rely on one person.
Good hustle, good hustle. Communicate with your guys and make sure everyone's in the right cover.
It takes a team that knows its roles well, working together to provide an exceptional experience.
Set the screen. You have to protect yourself. 1, 2, 3, Wildcat!
At Shelter Insurance, you can count on our local agents and award-winning customer service to help you protect what matters most.
Shelter agents Kelly Madrano and Dave Watts are proud sponsors of this Hornet Talk.
Catch the spirit and gear up for game day with Sports Connection, Kansas leading team sporting goods provider. Sports Connection is your go-to for anything sporting goods, with the biggest brands in sports at competitive prices. Whether you're there for the tailgate or touchdowns, Sports Connection has the ESU fan apparel for game day that you need. Show your Hornet pride and get your fan gear at Sports Connection, 2721 West 15th. Stingers up.
Headed to the game or celebrating after? Swing by 627 Event Space Bar and Grill. Whether you're grabbing a burger before kickoff or winding down with a beer after the buzzer, 627 has you covered. Emporia's go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and unbeatable vibes. 627 Event Space Bar and Grill, the new home for Hornet Talk at 627 Commercial. Proud supporters of the Emporia State University Hornets. Stingers up!
Mix 104.9.
Back here at 627 Event Space, Hornet Talk as we get set for the first week of MIAA action. It's the 4-2 Lady Hornets taking on the 5-3 Bearcats. Now they're playing tomorrow against Missouri Western, so that record will change. We'll have the coverage for you from Bearcat Arena coming up on Thursday, 5:30 for the doubleheader tip-off. And it's a 5 o'clock RV Doc pregame show, and we'll have it for you right here on Mix 104.9. Joining us, our first of two player interviews, Mason Wiak. He'll be joining us from the men's basketball team here in just a moment. But joining us, a 6'1" senior forward from Pleasant Prairie, Wisconsin, Macy Gandy, joining us here on the program today. And she is averaging, coming into this game, 4 straight games in double-digit scoring. She only had 5 all last year, so already she's on the cusp of matching that. 9 points, 6 rebounds per game. You have to be feeling extremely confident right now just how you're playing here recently. First of all, congratulations on the 4-game winning streak.
Thanks.
I'm going to move this just a little bit closer here so people can hear you speak up a bit. For you guys, how much confidence has this winning streak given you guys as a team to come out after a couple of tough games at St. Joseph and just completely turn it around? And it seemed like it started with that Southwest Baptist win.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a confidence boost, but we can't let it get to our heads, and we have to stay focused on each game coming forward.
How do you guys try to keep your focus on the task at hand and not, as Coach MJ said, start to get over? You want to be confident, but there's a fine line between confidence and overconfidence.
Yeah, we're just focused one game at a time, each team, each scouting report, getting ready for the next game.
For you guys against St. Mary to come out like that, they battled early, but it seemed like that was a good factor, a good indicator of that, because that was a team that you guys should handle, and you dominated them. You led by 17 in the first half. I think it got to 36 at one point. What was the mindset going into that game on Sunday?
I mean, mindset was we knew we had to stop them from scoring, and we just took over from there off the defensive end.
How did she mention how you guys guarded a little bit differently, in terms of trading, how you guys were handling screens? How do you feel like that win against St. Mary?
Yeah, I mean, we knew that they had shooters, so we had to stop them there, and we guarded them well, got through screens. Our guards did a great job getting over screens, and playing good defense.
How difficult is it for you guys? And we're talking with Macy Gandy here, Lady Hornet, who's averaging 9 points a game, senior forward out of Pleasant Prairie, Wisconsin. How difficult is that when you guys go along and maybe there's going to be a long stretch, 6 games, however long it is, you're going to guard one way, but against this team, we need to play this defense, but we need to guard, we need to go under screens, or we need to go over screens. How difficult is that for you guys to make that adjustment?
Yeah, there's definitely a little bit of a learning curve when they first introduced it, but we got it, and we were ready for the game.
So Macy Gandy is joining me. How did you get into basketball when you first got started?
My dad played basketball, so
okay.
Yeah, he kind of influenced me, and the height, obviously.
Sure. I mean, you could have been a volleyball player, though. Did you
Yeah.
play any other sports there?
I did play volleyball in middle school, and I threw shot put and discus in high school.
Okay, so yeah, but Pleasant Prairie, is that a smaller town?
Yeah, but I went to high school in Kenosha, which is bigger.
Okay, gotcha. My Wisconsin geography is not particularly good. How did you get here to Emporia State? Obviously, you were recruited by Coach O, but decided to stay. What was it about Emporia State University that interested you?
Well, I came on my visit here, and I just fell in love with the community. I love the small town vibe and just meeting people and going out. It was amazing.
Do you feel like small town, maybe that's where you'd want to be long term, wherever you find yourself afterwards?
Yeah, I live in a smaller town, so I think I might stick there, maybe a little bit bigger than Emporia, but definitely around this size.
Sure, nothing wrong with going a little bit bigger. And as we know from a couple weeks ago, a heck of a cook in the kitchen. Do you have any other talents other than baking, cooking?
Baking and cooking is a hobby.
Okay.
I'm a nerd. I love doing research and stuff. So
okay.
Yeah, so that's something that takes up my time.
Gotcha. Well, and she said, one of my questions here is what you're studying at Emporia State. She said pre-med, so I'd assume that that's what a lot of the research is right now. Where are you at in your track in terms of academic, classification?
I'm going to be graduating with bachelor's in biology.
Okay.
So,
what is it about biology that kind of fascinated you and got you interested in that, or are you just taking that to get through your pre-med studies?
Through pre-med, but I do love biology. It's just so interesting to me.
So pre-med, so obviously that means probably more research, more classes are coming.
Yes.
What eventually would you like to try to get into?
Well, I'm going to be doing shadowing this summer so I can see what field I want to get into, but right now I'm looking at radiology.
Oh, okay. What is it about that field that kind of has at least taken the lead in terms of your interest? Maybe you'll see something that you'll like better this summer, but what is it about radiology that has got you interested right now?
Well, I loved anatomy so much, and that's pretty much all radiology is. So
sure. That would be the future for you, obviously. So best of luck to you in that regard. Final question: this Bearcat team. I guess I'll leave it with 2 questions. You're one of the veterans on this team. You know what it's like to go through the MIAA. There's a lot of new players, and you have entirely new coaching staff. So you and Gracie and Mackenzie and all the Elizabeth, so many of you that are returning, so many of them are not going to know, okay, this is where we go in at Bearcat Arena. This is where the locker room is. This is what the environment's going to be like. How do you kind of explain to them at all these places that you've been before and you know what it's going to take to win there? How do you kind of break that down for them, let them know what it's going to take to beat some of these upper echelon teams?
Well, we know how competitive the MIAA is, and Coach has definitely briefed them on that. So we know that we need to prepare well in order to do well in the MIAA.
And final question, what's your thoughts on the matchup? I know that they're going to be watching the Bearcat and Griffin game tomorrow with a lot of interest. Should be playing both of those teams this week, but what do you recall about them? They've got quite a few new players at the perimeter, it seems like, but they do have some experience back inside.
Yeah, they do. They have inside and outside, so we're going to have to do a lot to be ready for that this week.
Macy Gandy on this team, 9 points per game, 6 rebounds per game. The 6'1" senior forward out of Pleasant Prairie, Wisconsin, leading these Lady Hornets against the Bearcats. Coming up on Thursday, we'll have the coverage for you beginning at 5 o'clock, 5:30 tip-off from Bearcat Arena. Macy, thanks so much for your time. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Macy Gandy, ladies and gentlemen. 4 straight games in double-digit scoring for Macy Gandy. We'll take a timeout. We'll switch our focus to the men's. I don't know. Do we have Coach Billiter, or we want to bring up Mason Wiak first? I don't really care. Does we have a preference? We're going to do Mason Weak. Do Mason Weak. Okay, we're going to do Mason Weak. So we'll continue with the player interviews coming up next. We'll bring on the big forward out of Frisco, Texas. He is coming up next as the Hornet men begin MIAA action later this week. Live from 627 Event Space, this is Hornet Talk. You're listening to Emporia State Basketball.
As the leaves fall, it's the
split week in the MIAA for Emporia State basketball as they take on Northwest Missouri on Thursday. That'll be a road game, and then Missouri Western on Saturday. We'll have both games for you on Mix 104.9. Joining us, a 6'8", 230-pound forward from Frisco, Texas, Mason Weak is on the show with us here today, representing Emporia State men's basketball. Mason, thanks so much for the time. Really appreciate it. How was the long road trip? And we put a lot of miles on the tires going down to Oklahoma. How was the road trip for Thanksgiving?
It wasn't too bad. I mean, road trips are always, always a good time hanging out with like your teammates and stuff. I mean, we didn't get the outcome we wanted from the road trip, but overall, I thought I had a good time with the guys. But just need to string some wins together now.
Have you always been a guy that's kind of enjoyed being on the road?
I'd say so. Yeah, it's a unique experience. Not a whole lot of people get to have, so I try to soak it all in.
For you guys, I was told that Thanksgiving dinner was going to be at a Golden Corral somewhere. How was that?
It was good actually. It was a lot better than I anticipated. We showed up to the Golden Corral and the line was out the door. So
really,
we had to wait in line for probably about 30 minutes or so. But once we got in, we had a good time and food was good.
Well, I mean, I guess they would have had to keep making it fresh. I'm shocked that there were that many people out there. Well, for you guys going 0-2, I know not the outcome that you wanted. How do you guys feel like you come together as a team? And I know you probably had an off day on Sunday or today before getting your practice rolling again. How do you guys feel like you kind of handled that, processed it, want to learn from it, but you got to move on quick too?
Yeah, I would definitely say like we, recognized or focused on the things that we didn't necessarily do well, and we're trying to focus on that in practice so that when the time for our next game comes around, we can fix that and come out with a win.
Oh, obviously against number 19 Oklahoma Baptist for you guys. I mean, you held them to 69 points, which that was well below their average. Just felt like that. Coach Billiter said after the game, man, I didn't feel like the shots we were getting. Maybe we were a little off balance and such, but with the shots we were generating on the court weren't really that bad. How did it feel out there for you guys?
Definitely felt like our shots weren't the normal shots that we usually hit weren't falling, and it was a little weird moment. But sometimes you're gonna have that in a game. You just gotta keep on going, and hopefully sometimes maybe some momentum goes your way. You're back in the game.
For whatever reason, you guys have always been able to find in almost every game this year. You guys have found a run when you needed it, and it hasn't always led to you guys winning the game, but you guys, were down big. You get the big run back, and you beat Jewel. You were down against St. Cloud State. You race them out. You get the big run right at the end of the game. Ended up winning by 16, and you were down double digits at Owasso. Battled back and almost got the Rangers. Gave yourself a shot. You got the lead back. How did it feel to be back on that run in the second half?
It felt good. Felt alive. Felt electric too. You could definitely feel the energy on our team and the bench, the guys on the court. We were all like really trying, playing hard. We came together just to put it all together, try to get a win, but fell short, unfortunately.
For you to come in and transfer from Quincy, why was Emporia State the right destination for you? Why was Coach Billiter, why was that the right fit for you?
So I would say like one thing, Coach Billiter, he's had success at this level, and I admire that. And so he's a guy that understands what it takes to win. And then the guys that I met on my visit, I felt like they were really close, really well put together, and I was like, I want to be a part of this.
How do you guys feel like you guys have come together as a team with so many new players? I mean, it's got to be hard to try to bring all those guys together in a short amount of time, like you guys have tried to.
I think we've come together well. I mean, we're just yesterday. I mean, we eat dinner with each other. I think every Sunday. So I mean, that's.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Who organizes that?
We just kind of send a text out to the group chat, and whoever makes it. But most of the time, I think everyone shows up, regardless. Maybe like one or two guys, that have something going on.
Okay.
Because not everyone can show up.
Who organized this?
No, someone just sends out a group.
Just
anyone
organically happen, and now it's a tradition. Is this like a go to somebody's house or go out to some restaurant here in Emporia?
We usually just go out to some restaurant here, like in Emporia. Nothing fancy. We don't have a whole lot of money. We're college students.
So
we just go to
go
to like Pizza Ranch or something.
Sure. Hey, nothing wrong with Pizza Ranch. They're a proud sponsor of Emporia State Athletics on Mix 104.9, so we appreciate them. But for you guys coming together as a team, have you been surprised at how well you kind of fit in here with everybody?
I would say, I'm not like super surprised, but I would say like I feel welcome. I don't think I'm surprised at all. I feel like this is the right place to be.
How have you liked Emporia so far?
I love Emporia so far. I like the small town community rallied around the university field. It's awesome.
Frisco is a little bigger, isn't it?
A little bit.
How big is Frisco? It's not like Dallas size, but it's fairly large.
There's about 300,000 people there, but
okay, so like twice the size of Topeka, half the size of Wichita, somewhere like that for us Kansas people. For you, what are you studying here at Emporia State?
I'm doing business management.
Okay, and anything in particular that you're looking to kind of take that through for your future?
We'll see. I'm kind of still like up in the air of what I want to do.
Sure.
I'm kind of bouncing between like, do I want to go into coaching or do I want to go into the business side of things?
So maybe coaching basketball. Okay.
Yes, sir.
What got you interested in maybe potentially coaching?
So I grew up. My grandfather and my dad were both like coaches, so I kind of hung around them on the basketball court, and that got me into everything. And then finally seeing things at the college level, I'm like, oh, this is really intense. This is fun. I like this.
Yeah, I think you're going to see a different. Not that Great Lakes Valley Conference basketball is they play bad basketball, but I think that you'll think that there is I feel like you're going to feel the difference in the MIAA you know about the MIAA before you made the decision to come to Emporia State?
Yeah, I knew they existed. I played against a few teams. I think last year I played against Fort Smith, Central Missouri, Missouri Southern. We played against some good competitions like my freshman year, sophomore year, against other guys like Pitt State and stuff. So yeah, I knew they existed.
You're coming off of a 5.8 rebound game. That was a career high for you at Oklahoma Baptist. What have you been working on in your own personal game right now?
Right now, my personal game is, my mentality is play hard, and the rest takes care of itself. So I feel like, as long as you out there play hard, I feel like the points are going to come, you're going to get the rebounds, and you just want to be selfless out there. You don't want to be selfish. So that's my whole mentality whenever I go out there and record.
Last thing for you, I know that you guys have got film to watch, obviously, from this Northwest and Missouri Western game as they play tomorrow, but what's one tidbit that you've learned so far about Northwest Missouri getting set for them?
Well, we did actually watch them when we played St. Cloud.
Sure, good point.
So we watched them play. They beat St. Cloud, I think, right?
I think they did, yeah.
Yeah. So I think they're a team that plays hard. Because St. Cloud wasn't a little Joe Schmo team.
Sure.
They're like a 20 plus win team last year, and a lot of their returners are coming back, and Missouri Northwest beat them. So definitely got to can't walk into this game and think like they're going to roll over because they know how to play, and obviously they're in this league too. So like you said, MIAA is a really good league. So I guess they got to go in and not just take them for nothing.
The Emporia State getting set for the Bearcats on Thursday, Bearcat Arena. Then back here for the home conference opener on Saturday against Missouri Western. We'll have the coverage for you beginning on Thursday, 5 o'clock on the RV Dot pregame show from Bearcat Arena right here on Mix 104.9. Mason Wiak joining us. Thanks so much for your time, Mason.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it. Mason Wiak, everybody, joining us here on Hornet Talk. We'll wrap things up with Coach Billiter. We'll get set for the conference opener coming up on Thursday, live from 627 Event Space. This is Hornet Talk. You're listening to Emporia State Basketball.
At Newman Regional Health, our local providers are here to care for the people who matter most, our friends, family, and neighbors. From annual checkups to everyday